But today we're going to be building the redemption. So if you do the build command, it should have, so that is an affiliate link, just so you guys know. But this is actually available in pre-order right now. And Reagan reached out to me. Actually, Salvin and Reagan handed this to me in person. Yeah, I mean, Reagan is probably Ginkgo's favorite, so Reagan gets a thumbs up in my book. If Ginkgo likes him, I like him. So I don't know why, but Reagan is like by far the favorite. She is just like so in love with him. But you actually know the picture where she's like blushing, where she's like the one that we're gonna use for the Ginkgo fan club? That photo was her looking at Reagan. Yeah. Yeah, where she has the big lips, yeah. That photo was her looking at Reagan. Like, it's just like big eyes of love for him. Yeah, I mean, look at that. She just... Oh, also let me add my my new thing. EP. Look, I got this new thing. So we can have a little inky. Transform, flip. Oh shoot. I always do that. There's a little Ginkgo. Hi, Koala. Hey. Okay, so I'm going to unplug my keyboard. So mods. You want that on a shirt too? There's a lot of Ginkgo merch I would love to do. But you know. You know. Okay, let's see. Alright, so today we're building the redemption. So this is the 65% successor to the Salvation as listed on the product page, but it will be available in 8 colors, and then you'll have 2 choices of the back weight, and then you get to pick for the PCB you get to pick hot swap or solder, and then you also get, so you can add on different stuff. So there's an FR4 plate, alu plate, brass plate, copper plate, extra PC plate. So you have, 5 plate options. And then, let's see. So I've only built one Salvation. So I don't know if you guys remember that, but the Salvation was, was it hyped? It was hyped and there was a lot of orders, right? Hello, 8 bearings. So this is kind of like the successor, but it's a 65% to the Salvation. So if you have a Salvation and you're like, oh man, I wish it was like a 65%. Well, luckily there is the redemption. So here I'm gonna show you guys the different colors. So this was actually given to me to showcase. So when you open this, check this out. These are all the chips for the different finishes and different colors of the redemptions that you can get. So these first 2 are basically the back weights. So you can get the black brass, or you can get this one, the clear coated brass. But yeah, check this out. So the idea behind this is, like content creators get like 1 to 2 colors max. And people will ask, well, what do the other colors look like? And then we just have to redirect them to the product page, which are usually renders, or to other content creators. But this idea is basically, now you can see the color that I have, but then you can see using the same camera I use all the other different colors. So these two are the two different weights. So you have the matte black and then you have the clear coat. And then here are the finishes for the case. So you can see. Ooh. So this is actually called slag or copper slag. It's right here. Check out this finish. So this is the actual finish that you'll see on the board. I didn't call you anything. And then here is the avalanche. I guess I can flip these over. So the first time I saw something like this was actually with the Event Horizon, but I was confused because so he sent a chip like this of the supermassive, and I saw it and I was like, huh, did he mean to send me this? So I just like never showcased it because I was like confused what it was for. And then later on I was told like, oh yeah, that's the sample, so you could have been like, so this is what the supermassive would have looked like compared to the regular Event Horizon. So I get it now. Hi Sitch. But here is the raw sapphire. Raw sapphire. This one is the raw emerald. So this is the one I wanted. But Alex snagged it. Good taste. I mean, of course it's green, but you know. Okay, so here you have these finishes, and then you have the textured ones. So you have texture red, texture black. So these two. So I have the textured red. And then there's a polycarbonate. Polycarb. And then there is... So this one is interesting because... Let's see. Okay, never mind. Here you go. This one is textured white. So as you can see, there are the three textured colors. You have black, red, and white. And then you have polycarb as its own separate materials. And then you have these raw emerald. This one is called raw sapphire, avalanche, copper slag. So these are going to be, so they're also textured, but there's a phrase for it. What is this finish called? This finish is called, because I want to say it's like a textured finish as well, but yeah. But these are actually called textured. Let me put this right here. And then these are your 2-weight. And yeah, this is like a mini pelican case. Looks 3D printed, so you can kind of see, you can see. I don't know if you can see the striations, but oh yeah, you can see it like right here. But yeah, so he gave me these little chip samples. So this is how all the colors will look on my camera. Copper slag and raw emerald go hard. Yeah, I wanted this one. Actually, you can ask my mods, because when I was trying to decide, I was like, hey mods, which one do I go for? So let me see. What did Reagan call it? Yeah, it was this debate about. Oh, I will say the polycarb one, the board does not have RGB, because I was debating between the polycarb textured or one of these like bead blasted ones. And I was like, if the board has RGB, I want polycarb, but it does not have it, so that's why I ended up going texture red, because the only color of this texture one that was available was this sapphire. but I wanted raw emerald or copper, and these two are already taken. So that's why polycarp did not have RGB, so I went with the red. But yeah. Put this all up. Yeah, so it was funny because Salvin decided last minute to go to the meetup and delivered all of these. They're like, Salvin is here. I was like, huh? And then he was actually there. I was like, oh my god, you're actually here. Yeah, he just casually flew out his family to go to the Texas meetup. He also showed me some other stuff, but those are secret. So when the time comes, I'll be like, oh, this was the super secret project I saw. But pretty neat stuff. And then he gave me this artisan as well. Anish, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome back. But check it out. Ooh. Whoa. So this was pressed in. So these were CNC'd out and then pressed in. Cute. Oh yeah, so he has like, he has 2 little kids. His son is a bit older. His daughter is like, they're both babies, but you know, the son is like a toddler, and his daughter was so he has kids, in case you didn't know, but I was giving them stickers and they just like kept taking. It was very cute. But yeah, he brought his whole family. All right, so those were the samples. I probably should have showed it after, but here's the actual board itself. So it comes with a PC plate, but you have other plate options if you would like. So this is the plate. And then here is the board. Yes, the texture red. So I got this at the meetup. I don't know if you remember. Check it out. Whoa. Whoa, textured red. So that was the front. This is the side. Here's the back. Here's the USB port side. And then here is the front. So as you can see, it is one solid piece, except for this is the weight, the internal weight, and this is where the mounting would go. So this one is textured red with clear coat weight, and then the PCB we have is, let's see, I'm guessing it's hot swap. So hot swap. So this in total would go for around 349.99, so 350 USD. But so it uses leaf springs. Let's see. I'm just reading the specs. That's expensive. Yeah, this is 350. So everything you get when you order it, so it's pre-order right now, you get a case, you get the internal weight, it comes with the PC plate on C. You can pick between hot swap or solder. You get the feet. So the feet, I guess depending on the color you get, the feet are also different color. Hardware pour on, and then a custom carrying case. So let's see, is there anything like manufactured by Salvin in Belgium? So timeline, it's looking like the pre-order launches April 26th, and then it closes on the 23rd, so about a month, and then it should be fulfilled November 2024. So if you're interested in this, I think the NA vendor is Space Cables, and then if you can also order from Salvin himself. Whoop. I mean, I feel like Salvin's been pumping out a lot of stuff. At least I've seen a lot of teasers. But the thing is, delays, but delivers. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so it's the same mounting as the Salvation. So it uses like the leaf spring. So let's see. Let's look at PCB. Cloud Nine stream? Yes. Yes. That is tomorrow. Alright. PCB time. So it's a Wilba PCB. Ooh. I love red PCBs. I don't know about you guys, but I love red PCBs. So here, so there's no flex cuts. So this is the hot swap, no RGB. There's no actual physical reset button. But let me see, are there indicators? Also no no indicators for like caps. Yeah. That is the robot PCB. And then here, so you have the hardware. I like that Salvin and Reagan both have these like hardware bags. Cute. And then let's look at the plate. Yeah. So you have different plate options, but default you get the PC. So look at this. It's interesting because you have cuts around the alphas, right? Only circling the alphas, nothing like inside the alphas. But you see that there are cuts surrounding it. So it's almost like if you were to just connect these lines, you can make it into like a half plate, or it kind of looks like a half plate, right? Half plate cutout, right? But yeah, this is the PC plate. And then the other plates you have is copper, brass, alu, and FR4. Oh, neat. Okay. That is the PCB and the plate. Here we have the hardware. And then here we have the case. Whoop. Snap it out. Oh my goodness. I don't know if that's the intended purposes of it. I would be so scared to do that. Okay, we're gonna use switches that were sent out to me, but my address is still on there, so let me grab it real quick. Let's see. Oh, wait. These aren't switches. This is my bongos that I got for a steal. I got a great deal on these bongos. Oh my gosh. I thought Kenny Keys sent me 2 packs of switches. Yeah, I got a great deal on these bongos. Okay, I'll show them. Hold on, let me open this real quick first. Hurry up! No, I gotta open these switches next. Okay, we're gonna be using CK Haimu Pastel 4 linear switches. Okay. Alright. So, the first one. Boop! Look! Eyelashes! So, this one's very similar to the one I have here. I pretty much got it for retail. A little under, I'd say. Check this one out. Whoa! Yeah! Yeah, I pretty much got these for retail. Whoa. Cute. Cute. I wanted this one a lot too. So nice. Texas Discord coming in clutch. You know, Ankit joined the Texas Discord to buy something because it was such a good deal and then dipped after he bought it. He bought it, was like, okay, see you, bye. Oh my god, classic Ankit. Yeah. I mean, it was a very good deal, so. Classic, I know, right? Okay, let me post on social media. Oh. She's like, give me that fish. Give me that fish. He goes fishing with my dad. I should call her. So cute. I went ham on Instagram. I felt bad. I feel like I spammed people my Instagram stories. I'm sorry. Okay. You're looking through screenshot. I asked if you had it. Yeah, I just got it. I mean, if you want to do like a trade seas, only for Raz. But it's so cute, right? I saw it, I was so happy. Cause this one's so cute, but as you can see, my bongos. Ooh. Twitch.com Twitch/TV/Xing Xing Wang. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I freaking clicked out of it. Sorry, I'm just posting on social media real quick. Fruit. They started doing to go for P-Type, but they made a mistake on my order, so that's why I was so late. But just to let you know, they just started doing to go today. I have like one thing you might be interested in. P-Tie. P-Tie. I'm not going to ditch Fruit. Fruit invited me to go get dumplings, so I'm gonna go get dumplings. Today I got a pedicure, and the lady was so nice to me. We ended up talking about her son because, okay, so she asked me where I was from, and I said my mom's from Taiwan, but my dad's from Hong Kong, and she's like, oh, my son loves Taiwanese food. Like, he loves noodles, right? And so she was telling me about all the restaurants in Austin that he's gone to have their beef noodle soup. And I was like, you should take him to these places. And then I gave her like two recommendations, and she was just like, oh my gosh, like wrote it down, was like, I'm going to take my son, like he loves beef noodle, and then we were looking at like the pictures, and like super nice. And then at the end she was like, what's your name? You know? Uh and I was like, oh, it's Patricia. And she's like, Pa and I was like, oh, you just call me Patty. And she's just like, oh, Patty's easy. My name's Tiny. But I like um I couldn't really like hear her because it was like so loud in there. So she was saying tiny, but it just didn't register. And she was like, tiny, like small. I was like, oh, okay. So she's like, next time, like, just ask for me. You know, she's like, thank you for the recommendations. I'll tell you how it is if I see you again. I was like, okay. Very, very nice. Yo, what's up, Meep? I'm posting on social media right now. Also, I don't know if you guys saw, but Mod Musings tagged me, and I will be building his mode collab. Spread some democracy. What the? What does that mean? Oh, I heard that Helldivers is getting like review bombed because they're doing scummy stuff. But here's the thing, is that they're still doing scummy stuff behind the scenes. Yeah, Sony still is. Yeah. But Sony basically just made, they were like, okay, you don't need the PSN whatever to play it. But now in the countries that don't have PSN, they're saying they just make it, they just made it unavailable. Yeah. There was also they were rioting because they were censoring this one game. I forget what it was called, but people are basically like, you had a full-on sex scene in Last of Us, and yet you want to censor the anime titties? Like, what's going on? It's unfair. I actually watched Zealot look at the petition um on his stream. So basically like people like signed a petition, and then they like people were making video responses to it. They were just like, hey, I'm signing this petition because I like anime titties. And just like some videos like that, some videos were legit just like that. And I think it got like so bad that they had to like take the video replies down. And it was actually very hard to tell like who was serious and who wasn't, you know? Like some people are like, hey yo, you know, like I have mad respect for the designers, and censoring it just like puts all their work to shame. And it's like she's not even like that fully naked, you know, legit there's a sex scene in The Last of Us. How is that okay? But her showing a little bit of cleavage is not. Yeah. like like the people, they were peopling for sure. Okay, sorry, let me grab this real quick. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's for a good cause, right? Some guys are definitely like, milady. And then some people just weren't hiding it. Ah, shit. I didn't flip it. That's on me. Should we just build 6.25? Okay, hold on. Let me go through my stabilizer drawer. Hello, Phil. How you doing? Oh, don't worry. I got my 7U right here. Surely this is full and not a bait. Yes, it's the Redemption, which is the 65% successor to the Salvation. Yes. It's available for pre-order right now. Reagan handed this unit to me. Thank you, Reagan. And I got to meet Solvent. How's my Friday? It was good. I got a pedicure today. I haven't gotten a pedicure in like years, but my friend's foot was hurting, so I was like, hey, you, let's go get a pedicure. So we did. Yes, so it's for these. We'll break them off in a little bit. Oh, split backspace? I like split backspace on 60%. 65% though, I think I can do full backspace. Yo, what's up? No. Oh, you got GMK Olive? GMK Olive is on my Onyx that my dad has. Are you gonna return it, really? No. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. No. Yeah. Oh god. Ah! Oh my god, I hate it. Oh. Ah, god, I hate it. Oh. I'll tell you guys a story about my cousin when she was younger. When we were younger, she had like one tooth that was like barely sticking on, okay? So my parents were very gnarly about this, okay? My parents were like, braces are expensive, so if you have a new tooth coming in, we're going to yank out that tooth so it can grow in straight. Okay, so I haven't had braces. I think my teeth are okay, right? This is no braces. Bottom row is like a little janky, and that's because this one I got pulled out eventually, but this one came out crooked, okay? Yeah, I'm not sure if that's how it worked either, but my teeth are straight, so there's some validation to their craziness in their eyes. But basically, I've never had braces because my parents made sure to pull out the tooth so it didn't grow in crooked, right? And so I was used to like pain, like my mom and dad legit would like grab the pliers and like, it's time. Okay. Meanwhile, my cousin, like, her family let all her teeth like fall out naturally, but there was like one tooth that was just like, it was like hanging on like by a thread. Yeah, I've actually had my teeth pulled out by pliers, yeah. It was hanging on by just like a tiny thread, right? And she didn't want to pull it out. She's just like, no, like it's gonna hurt, it's gonna be painful, and she didn't want to do it. And it's okay. Okay, so I'm thinking about this because like I hate that feeling of just like snapping or like pulling stuff because it reminds me of like, it reminds me of when I was younger and like my parents would like pop out my teeth and you could feel it like, okay, this is gonna sound really gross, but like when your tooth breaks off cleanly, it does it it's like flat, right? Like sometimes there's like a little bit of like the root, but they would pull it before like it was ready, so I could feel like it had like the thing like still like, I don't know, like the root still in it, right? And so that's why anytime I'm like, yeah, that's why anytime I like do this, I just like think about that, right? But I remember my cousin just had this little tooth hanging on and she like refused to like pull it out. And I just remember I was like, hey, open your mouth. And she's like, why? And it was like, oh, can you like tell me about like what you did? And she's just like talking. And I just like pulled it off. And she's like talking. And then she's like, what are you doing? And then I showed her her tooth. And then she was just like, oh, what the? And I was like, did you feel it? She's like, no. Like, there you have it. It's because I was so I was so used to my parents like pulling my teeth out that when I saw her tooth like barely hanging on, I was like, I can't handle this. So I was like, open your mouth. I'm like, just talk to me. But that's the thing, she didn't even feel it. She didn't even know I pulled it out. She's just like, what are you doing? Yeah. I mean, but they'll tell you, because we like pulled your teeth out so early, you have straight teeth now. And I don't know if that's how it works, but Oh, wait. Wait. Oh my god, I have stabs ready. And it's 7U. Oh my gosh, I have it ready. I don't even have to do this. Oh my god. Guys, that's definitely not how it works. I know. But in my parents' eyes, they feel justified. And you know what the fucked up thing is? Is that they still have the pliers that they used to pull my teeth out. Like, they're still using those same pliers to this day. Like, those pliers have been with my parents for almost 30 years. Like, I could go right now and show you the pliers they used to pull my teeth out. The blood? There's no more blood on them. But my dad does have a drawer with like all my teeth. I guess he just couldn't bear to like throw away because like he was our tooth fairy. It's like pretty sweet because one day I was cleaning, because this used to be my dad's office. One day I was like cleaning this room and I was like emptying out the drawers, and one of them was like his drawer, and then I like opened it, and it was like all my old teeth, all the cards I've ever given him as like a little kid, just me like drawing random shit and like being so proud of it. And he's just like, he's probably in his mind because like when I got older I was like, what the hell was I drawing? you know but him just like treasuring it regardless of being like an illegible picture, but he still has all the things I've like drawn for him. my old teeth. So I like told him, I was like, hey, is this your drawer? And he's like, don't touch my stuff. He's like, so I actually had to grab that dresser and put it in his room because he's like, don't touch my stuff. Yeah, you like it? Yeah. Pretty cute, right? Hair from my first haircut. I wanted to keep Ginkgo's first tooth that she lost as a puppy, but I can't find it anymore. It's in my room somewhere. Where? I don't know. But somewhere in my room. My trainer is having a kid, and there's this other guy there. He's like an older man, but he's very nice. And you know, normally whenever people call me like honey or sweetie, like, you know, sometimes it's like a little weird. Like, but if they're like a lot older and they're like sincere about it, you know, like I can tolerate it. But it's like a case by case basis. Normally I don't like people calling me like, you know, like those kind of names, right? I am in the South, yes, but basically he calls me, well, it's like different names, but he calls me sweetie, right? And I like him, so it's okay, but typically it does weird me out. um Basically he was telling my trainer, because my trainer is about to have a kid, and he's like your life is gonna change for the better. And he's like, and then wait until you have like grandkids, because then you're gonna be like, wow, so cute. It looks like me, but I don't have to take care of it this time, you know? I hate being called honey. Yeah, it's a case by case basis. I don't like being touched either, right? Like at restaurants, like sometimes the really old servers will like touch me and be like, honey, like, would you like anything else? But if it's like an old lady, like that's fine because I get it, you know, like they're very like that. That's just how they like. I don't know. But if it's like someone younger and they like touch me, I do like ooh. I do I try not to like flinch, but I am very adverse to like strangers touching me. And so it was a struggle going to concerts because basically like someone would bump into me, I'd be like, whoa, whoa. Yeah. But yeah, he was just like talking about how my trainer, his life is gonna be like so much better, and you know, stuff like that. And yeah, anytime he sees me, he's like, how are you doing, sweetie? But sometimes he says stuff that, so for example, oh, is it? So the other day, he's like, I'm going to go get a massage from my witch. And he was like telling us that, and I was like, you're what now? And then apparently he has like this massage lady, and she calls herself the witch, and she's like, I'm a witch. I'm gonna work magic on your back. And I was like, oh, okay. So he calls her his witch because she does magic. I'm like, okay. But that's what she calls herself, apparently, not what he calls her. But but yeah, her thing is just like she will work magic. It's like okay. Oh, did you guys hear about the mode meetup in July in Boston? I actually might try going. I love Boston. I hated it when I was there, but once I moved away, I started to appreciate it more. Okay. Oh well. That's that. Yeah, I want to go. I think I'm gonna go. There's like a lot of restaurants that I want to go back to. I did see that. I saw on the description Lydia's the MC. Yeah. Also, hi Matt. How you doing? Okay. I'm getting flamed because I'm using old stabs, but you know, I need to eat and then we can game after because I drank some tea. Pitai? That's wait, are you asking me? Because I said it here. The restaurant that just opened up is called P, like the initial P, and then Thai. Thai. So Pitai. It's a they have Hainanji or Hainan chicken. Yeah, it just opened up like last week. Well, it's not Hainan chicken, but it's like their variation of it. Reagan, thank you for the 36 months. Hello. Insty. God, Insty. Tony. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Reagan. My chat, they're just a little unhinged sometimes. I feel responsible for this because I had to suppress them for a month because of front page. And then as soon as I was like, okay, front page is over, they just let loose, like no filter. Before it was like manageable, and now it's like, holy moly, they just went freaking ham. But they didn't even hold back because you guys would say something and I have to be like, we are front page, and they'd be like, oh shit, and then disappear. Like they weren't even like subtle about it. Okay, cool. This popped out. How you doing, Reagan? I've returned with food. Yo, did you get P-tie? I'm good. I started late. My food took too long. Now we're here. How are you? Oh, you want to see a picture? Ginko went fishing today. She went fishing with my dad. This is her looking at the fish. Give me that fish. There's this farmer's market at Mueller that sells like these homemade dog treats, and we got her these like preserved minnows. She loves it. She's a fishy dog. These are like a little... Try using this one. Oh, wait! We should invite Reagan. I mean, it's quite a drive, but... He'll be fine. Oh my gosh. Okay, Reagan, see you tomorrow. It's a new dumpling restaurant. If you want to go with us tomorrow. So far, it's Fruit, Lydia, me, it. Oh man, these just don't want to go in. Yeah, 7 tomorrow, Saturday. Yeah, it's brand new. It just opened. Tony, are you saying that because no one will go or because you have no money? Or both? I mean, I'm trying to find out because there are people in LA. Like, just ask Frank. Yo, Frank. Frank, you want to go eat dinner with Tony? Sure. See, Tony. It's not that you don't have anyone to go with. You're just being shy. You gotta ask. You gotta shoot your shot sometimes. Hey, there you go. You have someone to go eat with now. There's a lot of people in LA. Okay, Frank. What the? Okay. Ow. I'm struggling with this. See? I can be nasty because no more front page. I'm telling you, I suppressed my chat and now they're all just going ham. They're just all like, okay, no more front page. I'm trying to... It just won't. This is legit the last one. I just need to get the shim in and then we're good. Tony's in LA, Frank. What's the best way to get this in? Let me try a different shim. Oh no. It went in for a second, then it popped out. No. Ow. Ow. This background music? I can't even hear it. I don't have my IEMs in. Oh. Oh shit. It just pops out. It just pops out. Don't pop out. Just stay in there. I can't get it. Okay, this one's starting to loosen up a little bit. Let me try. I'm about to give up. Just use a different one. Oh. Holy moly. That took forever. Okay, maybe it took forever because... Okay, I actually have to take it out. Somewhere along the way, I like... Okay. Hi, Kim. Thanks for the raid. Hello, everyone. Hello! Welcome to the stream. In one sec. The golden kappa? That's from a hype train, right? Hello, everyone. My name is Patricia. I'm building a keyboard, but I'm currently building the Redemption. This is the 65% successor to the Salvation. And yeah, that's what we're doing today. No, I got it. We got it. It's okay. But if you're new here, I build a lot of custom keyboards and I also play a lot of games. And so today we are building a custom keyboard. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But thank you, Kim, for the raid. Hope you guys enjoy your stay here. I was struggling with the stabilizers. Oh shoot, we actually have one more. But we're almost done. I'm getting flamed because I decided to use ones that I already had. Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting flamed. Yeah, it's more time for gaming, right? And that's what we want. Okay, this one just keeps popping out, too. Let's see. Do I have maybe I use this purple one? I guess these rev of the TX stabs are just a little too tight. Because this one went in fine. Skill issue, yeah. Oh, Finn, I saw your message, and I will send it to you after the stream. Sorry, I've just been kind of lagging behind lately. I was going to do the Creator Royale, but I decided not to in the end. Okay, perfect. We're using CK, Haimu, Pastel stand, switches. These were sent out to me from Canon Keys. Thank you, Canon Keys. I really want to try Norbauer's, but they're only available in the keyboard, right? Also, this is only for the hot stop, it's only step caps. Oh, really? Oh, really? I thought he said it was only in his keyboard. Oh, okay. That's exciting. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's only full caps. Yes, you're right. Only one caps. Yes, Avo. Good catch. $20 each set. Isn't that how much Texas AP stabs are? Around 20? At least initially? Oh, 20 for one stab. Oh, I see. Yeah. I haven't watched Teja's video yet. I've only heard from what chat has told me. I need to watch his actual video. The video is long? Alright. I mean, I don't mind watching an hour video. You know what stabilizer I actually never ended up trying? That I feel like was really hyped, but then ended up not good. Or, quote, not good. Was the, GMK stats. Stabies? No, I think Stabies are fine. Swaggy, the night stabs? QMX, yeah. I confirm I have 10 boxes of reserve. Dang. Yeah, I need to try them out. I need to try the maze stabs. So what makes a stab a good stab, in your guys' opinion? Basically, it would be how easy they are to use or tune, like, out of the box. Or how good they are out of the box, right? The bear bill made me realize my stabs are doo-doo. No. I don't do anything. I don't do anything special. This... I actually think I'm not a good keyboard builder. Believe it or not. I think I think a good keyboard builder is someone like Diego. Like fake news. I mean, it's just it's probably imposter syndrome kicking in, but I don't know. When I think good keyboard builder, I think Diego. I don't know. Okay, let me rephrase it. I think I'm a good builder, but I'm not a good reviewer in the sense of like I don't know that much about keyboards. Compared to like, you know, the big guns. Like I'm very much a newcomer in their eyes. Not or a newcomer compared to them, right? And that's not me just like trying to shit on myself, but it's more like I watch them, I'm like, damn, that's a good reviewer right there. They know their stuff. I'm not trying to shit on myself, okay? I'm just saying. I'm not fishing for anything. I'm just letting you guys know how I feel because I watch their videos and I watch their streams and I'm always learning. And like they are what I strive to be. The fuck? Doing good. How are you? I'm just telling you guys how I feel, okay? I always learn something from Diego. I'm building the redemption. Oh yes, I got new hair color. It's washing out. This was the hair color redeemed by someone in my chat. Someone actually redeemed it and look. It's washing out really pretty. Yeah. Oh god. Oh god. Yes. Chopsticks. 8 bearing. Just get 2 chopsticks. I'm serious. If we have chopsticks, just use it as a fork. This is the redemption. So you know the salvation? This is the redemption. 65% success rate. Yeah. Close. Redemption. You know who I also think is like very like knowledgeable and I have a lot of respect for them when it comes to like keyboards is Apiary. Like she knows her shit. Yeah, is OG. You find using a wired mouse? Yeah, because I think the delay is I don't like the delay in wired. In wireless, I should say. Design terms? Yeah. I am not good with design terms. I'm like, you see this squiggly thing? That's neat. Well, I have to use the one with all the side buttons. And the ones that I've used with all these side buttons have delay. I haven't used any new ones, and the reason why is because this circle one is perfect for my small hands. I don't like the long ones because it has to have the shape. I like the shape. It's like a ladybug. Okay. There's ones where they're like a squash shape. I don't like those. Hydrate, thanks. Wait, why are you guys trying to get me to use a different mouse? What's going on here? You guys trying to sell me something? That sounds like something a salesperson would say to me. How content are you with your mouse? Oh, hello, Haimu. They're very cute. I like these switches that have like alternating colored stems, but I have to, when I put it in a build, I have to make sure I alternate it. Get rid of the wire already? Why? I don't have to worry about like charging or anything either. It's just always good. This is Old Faithful. Come on. This mouse has been with me for a long time. Ceramic keycaps? Yeah, I think that's the same thing with metal, except at least metal you can like bend it into shape if the stems are a little loosey-goosey. Why are you guys trying to get me to swap mice? What the? It's ugly, it throws off your aesthetic? You think I have an aesthetic? This looks boring? Oh my gosh. Don't listen to them. You're fine just the way you are. What the heck? You guys are brutal. You think I have an aesthetic? Really? You're such a loser, not even a why. Don't listen. Oh my gosh, you're fun just the way you are. Yeah, I'm trying to tell him not to listen. Don't listen to the haters. Okay. So, let's see. Okay. Hey XXW, I heard Cruiser makes a Scimitar Elite wireless MMO gaming mouse. That is the wireless version of your current mouse. Use my affiliate link in bio to get 5% off just for you. #ad. I can't do a custom. I've actually reached out to the person who did John's, and he can't rub it off because it's a rubber. It's like the finish on the mouse doesn't allow him to like take it off and repaint on it because it will just come off over time. It won't stay on. You guys are confusing my bot. Don't confuse my bot. Well, that's who I reached out to. And yeah, you can't because of the finish on this mouse. I actually... Oh my god, you guys are just freaking... Oh no, not the scimitar, because it has a rubberized surface, just generally takes a while to get the rubber coat off. I actually have DMs with him. Okay? Which phone is that? Okay, stop. Stop. Alright, here's the thing that will get everyone to shut up. If you want me to get new stuff, then you pay for it. If you want me to have new stuff, then you guys pay for it. Oh my god, get new stuff. Wait, don't give money to Twitch. I get 70/30 of it, but it's better if you just donate that via PayPal. Thanks for gifting 5 subs. You are rich. I ain't rich. Do you not see all the resin on my desk? You think I have money after that? Don't answer. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Don't. Let's see. You could probably buy a house with all that resin. Not me, but Diego probably. I'm not stacked. Oh my god, Captain Bot. I was just kidding. I was just kidding, okay? I thought saying that you guys would be like, oh hell nah, you know? Oh my gosh. Pokemon cards. Yeah, but it costs money to go get them graded and everything. It's not just a matter of like, you know. Oh my goodness, my phone. Oh my gosh. Gen 1 worth. Let me see real quick. Thank you. Thanks. Nathan says you got some bangers. I'm pretty sure I just like triggered Nathan when he saw the state of my Pokemon cards, and the sense of like I had them in binders and he was like, what the hell? But I mean, I didn't know. I didn't know any better. That 150 is not my money. It doesn't work like that. Okay. I had a viewer like that back in the day who was a regular. Basically, wanted me to play all these games, but I was actually like struggling when I was in Boston because I would go months without like getting paid and stuff. But anyways, yeah, I was struggling, but wanted me to play all these games. I've told this story before, but wanted me to play all these games, and I was like, one day I was like, hey, you know, if you want me to play these games, like, it helps, you know, if I have some kind of like support, you know, without just straight up saying like, you know, if you want me to play it, help me out here, right? And they were just like, no, that's your job. And this was before you could subscribe to like affiliates. And it was like, okay. And then I finally bought the game that they really wanted me to play. And then they just backseat gamed me the whole time. And I had to be like, please stop. They're like, oh man, this part, just you wait. Or he'd be like, oh, this one. Oh yeah, this is a good place. Oh, she's not gonna see it coming. It's like, bruh. You want my genuine reaction. And you're just like spoiling it. I didn't understand it. It's pretty wild. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Switches. I'm bad when it comes to switches, so let's see. I've only built Salvation once, so let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. Reagan did tell me something that Alex ran into. Taking issues, the 2 screws. Okay. Yeah, this part right here, right? Well, he said issues with these 2. Transition, I have not. Hi, Ovid. Hello. How you doing? I'm just making sure that I build this right. Okay, Insty. No one said that. So I'm guessing this goes on. Okay. And then this one will go. Okay. We need the 2 washers. Transition TKO. Who is that by? Transition TKO. Oh, that's by Swaggies? Your girly said it? Okay, if it's potato, it's fine. Am I missing one of these? 2, 4, so 5, 10. Oh no. I'm not. Okay. Look, it's my girly, okay? the Neo 80? You think the Neo 80 was boring? Okay, so we gotta place these porn pads on the small marks, okay. I love women, me too. Why did Potato scam you? Oh. Oh yes, Potato, I fixed the PCB. So I'm thinking that during transit, the LED got knocked. So I had to fix it. So PCB is working again. It's egg tart. It's egg tart. Yeah, Danta. Yeah. Cute, right? What is this? I only opened the link because it wasn't from Oxy, by the way. How did you end up fixing it? So one of the LEDs in the chain broke, so I took off that LED and put on a new one. And then it all worked. I understand Finn's struggle because I was trying to film my Instagram stories and I was like filming it from above and I kept getting my feet into the video and I had to re-record the first one like 4 times because my feet just kept showing. And I was like, I can't do that. So I had to re-record and get the right angle. Yeah. Actually, in one of the videos, so for the Neo Ergo, it has the shiny wrap on it. And then you can see like me in my PJs. And I thought about re-recording it. I was like, it doesn't matter. At least it's not that bad. But that's one of the worst things is like whenever I don't have camera on and I have a keyboard with the stainless steel shiny weight and I like do this to like show you guys and then it like shows my like potato self. It's like frick. Damn it. Fix them in post. So I was gonna apply for the Creator Royale, but I decided not to because that is like it's like a competition of who can like up their content and editing, but you have to edit it all yourself. And it's like a few week competition. And like I'm already not editing stuff myself for the most part, so well well she has like terms and conditions where you're not allowed to use like an editor. Like you have to edit it all yourself. So I was like, I'm not into it. You're supposed to do it secretly? No. Okay, so we put this on here. Oh, I'm supposed to smooth these out. Do I have anything? Hold on, I need to stand up. I'll be right back. Where's my file? I feel like I had one. Hmm. Oh boy. Okay, I can't find it. Whatever. I did find my Noxery metal keycap randomly. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, so I've done that to 2 of the leaf springs. Okay. 2 of the leaf springs. Oh. Am I missing one? This one off. Food channel. Wait, what are we looking at? Oh. Oh. Choo-choo-choo. Leaf springs into the case. Okay, so this big one goes here. Like that, right? This big one goes here. Like that. Okay. Wait. Okay. I'm using AI to put toes back on the pick. Holy. Okay, I'm going to put on my IEMs now, so I can actually hear music. We need to think about which keycap set to use for this, by the way. Hello, Crazy Cries. Okay. Have some morale of, oh my gosh. Wait. You guys can hear the music? Yo, why can't I hear the music? There's been music, right? Oh no. Why can't I hear music? I can't hear anything. Alright. Looks like I can't hear anything, it's fine. Did you say you're turning on song request? No? There's music playing? Yeah, apparently. Wait, I feel like I'm doing this wrong. I'm 2-4. I'm 2-3. Okay, yeah. I feel like you guys are trolling me right now. You guys are trolling me, right? Alright, I'm not listening to you guys. You guys are all turds. Do not install Leaf Spring. Okay. I'm just gonna ignore you all. Is there music playing? It says that there's music playing. Oh my god. If you guys want to hear Carl on stream, then stream yourself and stream Carl on your stream. Then you have Carl on stream. Easy peasy. There you go. Now you have Carl on stream. Hello, Savior. Yes, this is the redemption. We need to crowdfund. What is that? Someone click that and tell me what it is. I'm scared to click it. The voice actor for Carl? What's he doing? This isn't like the BOB and the satellite stuff, is it? Hi, Jason. How are you doing today? It started with Minecraft parody. I'd had song requests on, and then people would just spam Minecraft parody songs before AI was like a thing. And of course, Carl came up. Okay, so now we need to put this in, right? Oh, I see. That's pretty good. I need a washer. Comes with the stabilizer set. Okay, so like... Oh, really? That's nice of you guys. Tim's subathon was pretty good. I saw that Tim is going to be building the Mom Musings board. I want to. I want to. But I don't know. Tim streams? Yeah. He's gonna be building Matt's board. I want a buck, but I have most of them. Okay. What keycap set should I use for this? I don't have Haman. My Haman is with space cables overseas. GMK Darling? I don't have GMK Darling. Classic Red? Why don't I have any good black sets? What do you mean? I have Midnight Rainbow. That's the only one I need. What if we do yellow? I have Miklon too. Camels? No, Feng Su. I have GMK Feng Su. And Circa. Feng Su. Pineapple cake. No? Oxy said no. Midnight Rainbow is on my alto. What about... Oh, we could use Polybius. Polybius? Polybus. Huh? That's a space cable set, is it not? Polybius. Polybussy. Yeah, should we use Polybussy? Sure. Okay. Be right back. Okay. So this one is actually still available, the base kit. Oh. Reagan actually sent this out to me a while ago. This is not the right spacebar. Okay, I just have it in the wrong one. Oops. $500 for a video from Akon. That's pretty good. Oh, fruits being mean. Fruit? 2 screws. Comes with a stabilizer set. Okay, I see. So I need to grab a washer. Okay, so let's see. Let me grab. I got like a tin can. This is it. Okay, cool. Yeah. So we're gonna put a washer on this and then screw it in. Okay, so the best way to do this, I imagine, is putting the washer on here first. Okay. Okay. Wait, so do I put... I should have asked Reagan. Oh yeah, so basically, there's ticking with these 2 screws. Thank you for the follow. So I have to put a washer on it to prevent that, but it'll be fixed for the production. The PCBs will be black, and then the FR4 leaf springs, so the ones that, so these are going to be pre-cut before shipped out. I wonder if Reagan is still around. You're telling me to yell louder? No. Oh. Oh, nice. Hi, Frank. I'm doing good. Building a keyboard. As per usual. You know. Neo Ergo tomorrow. No, tomorrow is Cloud 9. Neo Ergo is next week. And the reason for that is because they asked me to build it in the middle of May because I guess everyone got excited to get the Neo Ergo and just released all their content at once. I mean, rightfully so. It's a pretty hyped board, but they asked me to do the build in the middle to kind of like stagger out the content. So I said, okay. All right. But I opened it on my Instagram stories. If you guys want to go see that. As long as you don't build it with arrows? Wait, why? You don't think it looks good? Yeah, I know. I mean, but they had to do that. I think it was who? Gawk was saying that they had to do something with the layout so that you could actually make it tinted. Any arrows on Alice? What do you mean? I like Irisu. I've actually never typed on an owl spring. Yes, you use layers. It's kind of inconvenient to do that though when you're like editing IMO. Oh shoot, wrong one. I like arrows on Alice. But I also like Alice, so. Who's Alice and why do we like her? The original Alice is Alice in Wonderland. And then later on, the second Alice I met was from my school. And then the third Alice in my life was Alice Glass. And then the fourth Alice in my life was an Alice keyboard. In case you guys wanted to know. Patty, I can't give you my Alice anywhere? Why? Okay, so we want this weird looking thing. I like both. Both are good. This one kind of looks like a Dorito. Oh, this one's actually not the right profile. You can put it down here though. The one true Alice layout that's truly symmetrical, wouldn't that be Gox type K? Oh, but the only person that I know with like a bubble butt, like holy badonk, is Tony. But he doesn't stream anymore. Not Thrash and Tony. I'm talking about Ramen Champ Tony. That guy has a booty and he has to say, excuse me. You know? He says, excuse me, as he's walking by, you see his butt, you're like, oh, okay, you're excused. I get it. He's just, it's just like, so you, if you saw, you'd understand, okay? Sorry, Tony. I was looking respectfully. I was told he had a dumpy, I looked respectfully. I'm sorry, Tony. People say the same for your booty, too? Really? I've seen people say that for wrongs. Open it? I'm not opening it. That's just even more suspicious when you're like, open it. Oh, is this his dumpy video? I can't. I can't be reminded that Tony exists. I'm gonna be sad. I don't want to be sad. You guys want to be sad? Okay, let me go wash my hands real quick. Oh my god, fruit. Fruit. Look! I got a wildflower shirt. Now we can match. Look. Cute, right? I was so jealous of Fruit's shirt. Yeah. And then I saw it, I was like, cute. only Sue would have gotten better. Didn't you say no to it? Weren't you like, no? It's like that Bugs Bunny where you're like, no. Yeah, right? Okay. Should I ship Frank dust mats to Korea? No. Make him come get it. Frank, you do need to come to the US. Okay. Oh, actually, first, let me figure why my sound isn't working. Okay, it's working now. The voices. Okay. Okay, sorry. Oh, all the keys are working. What theme would this be? I guess we use a red one. Fire? Uh. Uh. What the? Hold on. Okay. Okay, so let me edit this build. So we have PC play with Haimu's. There hasn't been a bougie in months, Squirtle. It's been literal months. I'm gonna put on my Casio. Type with my Casio. Vin has been busy. Solid gold? No, it's not. I don't have that kind of money. Alright. Let's hear how this sounds. Hey, what's up, burbs? Okay, so this is the Redemption. This is the textured red colorway. We have the default PC plate, and we're using CK Haimu Pastel sand switches. And this is Jim K Polybussy. Okay. So I kind of want to actually redo this washer. So essentially, apparently there's like a tick if you don't do the washer. So I'll kind of go over like, sorry, the internals of the board, but I want to try and change something, and I'll see if that maybe helps some stuff. Where is it? It's right here. Okay, yeah, it's right here. Also, do you guys know Plume keyboards? So he stepped away from doing like public group buys. But look, this is made by Plume or Gloom Soy, yeah. He started doing artisans, started doing resin. Yeah, this is an artisan by Plume. I got one. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, I can link it. I was talking to him at the Texas meetup and he thanks for the follow. Oh yeah, there it is. But yeah, this is Daisy. Yeah, really? Okay, so I'm gonna try something. Oh, I got to meet Salvin and his kids and his wife. You want me to use the Salvin? Which one do you like better? This one or this one? I think Daisy's cuter. What? Daisy's cuter and cooler. Oh, oh boy, oh, okay. Where's my, right here. I'm gonna try something. Okay, so let's talk about it while I disassemble this. So if you haven't built a salvation before, essentially it uses, so the keyboard itself is just one solid piece, right? And it uses these leaf springs in very specific locations. And basically there is a gasket underneath to prevent it from just like completely bottoming out. Oh, an Avalon? Thanks for the tier 1. Hello! Okay, so I'm gonna do the emotes. Welcome to the Potato Club. I hope you enjoy your emotes. Thank you for your support. Also, no more ads. Nice. Avalon. That was a while ago. Yeah, but welcome to the welcome to the stream. We're currently building the Redemption, which is in pre-order right now. And I'm gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. If I can get this washer out. Although I might not be able to, so we'll see. So essentially, if you haven't built a salvation and you haven't seen this type of mounting before, so essentially what they've done is they've taken, they've made the keyboard base just one piece, so there are no screws to assemble the case per se. Like the case itself is just one solid piece and it has a weight and it has the board, right? And then you have these leaf springs that have been strategically placed, and you have these. Here, I'll show you. So essentially, how it works is that you have the gasket right here, right? So that prevents this from like completely like hitting it. So you don't, so there's not like any, I guess, sound coming from this. You have this little stopper, which is what the PCB rests on. So this is a soft silicone stopper. And then to secure it all into place, you have a screw right here. And then if you're asking, well, if it doesn't use friction fit like what you normally see with like the one-piece keyboards, what does it use? Because, you know, typically with one-piece keyboards like Moon Tower, for example, you would use like friction fit, or you would use tray mount. So essentially it's similar, it's a similar concept, but essentially the instead of the keyboard screwing onto like posts that are on the keyboard itself, it screws on to these leaf springs right here. So you have two of them, right? So you see these two holes on the plate and the PCB. That's what you screw the PCB plate into right here, right? So that's what prevents it from falling out. It's all stock. These are TX. So what I mean by it's like slightly different, so what? The tofu, you have like posts on the board itself. This one has one more layer and it has leaf springs that have the post and then you screw onto that. So in between it all, you have the leaf spring in between, just like the posts on the board. It's a little confusing, but you have these leaf springs right here. And I actually don't know. Yeah, TLDR tray mounts can move up and down, yeah. Essentially. Good night, potato. Good night, potato. But yeah, that is the TLDR. And so what we're running into right now, or what Alex ran into, was that there was ticking from these screws. So I'm going to retry the washer thing to see if maybe, because I would agree with Oxy's sentiment. I thought everything sounded pretty solid, except for the spacebar did sound a little pingy, but I'm going to see if maybe I put the washer in like a different location. Because I have the washer on top. You think the switch will change it? It could. I do have, yeah. Unfortunately, I do have both. Unfortunately. But essentially this is a yeah, basically tray mount, but the mounting points are leaf spring gaskets that move up and down, right? Unfortunately, huh? You used the wrong word. Did I? Did I though? Thanks, Wordle. I feel like Quirtle is that one worker who's like, I'm the only one who does anything around here. Shake my head. Like, Quirtle's the one roommate that keeps the house, like, clean and tidy and functioning. Hello, Interlooper. Okay, so this one we're trying out is the washer I've put at the bottom. Couple? Hello, couple. I was being flamed earlier, and I needed your backup, but I don't know where you were, and I've also forgot what it was. But I was being flamed for something, but I don't remember what. What is it? Suppressed it from my memory, so I don't have to relive it. Oh yeah, they were flaming my mouse. Yeah, they were flaming my mouse. Stop. Okay, so let's listen to this. I know, my mouse is very cute. And they're like, get a wireless one. Throws off your aesthetic. I even got an affiliate link from Fruit. There's no O-ring. I put the washer underneath. So we'll see if that changes anything. Oh god. Okay, give me 1 sec. Okay, so this is PC plates, Pastel sand switches, Jim K, Polybussy, and this is with the washers underneath. Okay, do you guys think that made a difference? Like listening to the clips, like side by side. Did you guys hear a difference? feel like maybe it's worse. So let's try putting the one switch in here. You guys said MX Black or Nixie? Let me grab one. Okay, I have my bag O switches. Okay, so listen to the two clips and tell me which one you think sounds, quote, better. And then I'll do that for either the washers underneath or below, and also with a MX Black. I have not eaten, I will soon though. We're not done yet. We got at least one more. I think Quirtle has it right here. So which one sounds better to you guys? Does the washers underneath or above sound better? And then I'll swap it out. Your AI did that? Oh, well, that's looking like a paint job, not an AI job. Michigan AI? I see. First config? Okay. Okay, so let's do the first config. Okay, which artisan? Do you like this one? Wait. Where's my daisy? Over here. The Salvin or the daisy? The daisy, right? Or I'll put on a new one. I'll put on the Pride Lap Bunny. I think that probably goes. Oh, couple, look. I got 2 new bongos. The keycap? This? No, he gave it to me. I was talking to him for a while. He was telling me that he uses a microscope and everything to make sure that there's like no bubbles. Like he's pretty intense about it. And for some reason doesn't believe in his own projects. Just like, but like all his friends are like hyping him up. He's like, oh my gosh. Where is it? I just had it. Oh, right here. Yeah, I got these 2 bongos in. Yeah, he's just like, I don't know, it doesn't feel good enough. We're like, what? It's so good. I guess he was like going to sell them, but he didn't feel comfortable, so he just gave it to me. Well, he let me pick, and I picked this one. Yeah. Definitely follow his Insta, though. He's gonna be releasing some good stuff in the future. I can feel it. So let's do... If I... What do you guys think about me working like part-time at a ice cream store to learn the business? The ice cream business. The soft serve business. Oh wait, I needed those. Would you guys actually come to my soft serve store? If I opened one? Keyboard soft serve? Lauren and I have been talking about it. We have a mushroom operation in the back. Well, I would need people to help me too. With keyboard stuff. Well, remember, okay, a long time ago, I said if I ever opened my food truck, if you came in and you did the XXW sign, I would give you a drink for free. You have to do it loud and proud. You can't just be like, XXW. You have to come in and, you know. That offer still stands. XXW gang sign. I want to do a, I want to set up a stream. Of course you can't film the customers, so it'd only be like a stream behind the counter, so you can see like how it works. And then I want to have like a stream where I have like my keyboard building, and then I also have like the front of the house. Yeah, like the concept of soft serve isn't like new, but it's going to be a keyboard soft serve shop. So it's kind of like while you look and type on all the keyboards, you can have some soft serve while you're at it. You know? Yeah. And then I'm gonna have like, I want to do like monthly, you know, I just built and reviewed this one on stream. I'll put it in the store. People can come by. And then I'll be like, this is in group buy. You can buy it. You can send it directly here. And then we'll build it for you. And then you can come pick it up. I feel like that would be a really cool concept. How feasible it is, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm like seriously thinking about it. Bubble waffle. You mean eggets? God, if someone was like, I want an eggette, I'd be like, yo, what? I feel like I would get screwed over. Maybe I really would be like the same people like coming in to just get free ice cream. Oh, actually, I was listening to there was a lady next to me at the nail salon. She was getting a pedicure, and she was talking about her son, and she was telling her nail technician how her son goes to these stores basically like to hang out, and today he got like kicked out of a store because he was like loitering, right? And he sounds younger, but she was like basically called him, was like, you know, you can't go into that store again. I'm gonna talk to the manager. And then she was, yeah, she like called the store, was like, what did you do? And she's just like getting her nails done. She's like, I'm gonna be there soon. And told her son, like, you know, don't let them treat you like that. And I was like trying to like piece together like all the broken story because I came in late to the story, and she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna find that manager, you know. Why was I talking about this? Oh, because I feel like if I had something like that, people would just come in all the time to just get free stuff, and then I might have to like kick one of them out one day, and then I would have to deal with a Karen mom to basically be like, you can't kick my kid out, you know. You have that challenge. He did the challenge. Give him the free soft serve. And I'd just be like, oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Once a year. Well, no, it's free ice cream for typing 130 words per minute. Like if you can type faster than that. Not just for coming in. I would not give free ice cream just for coming in. Like, Ultra Fox, thank you for the raid. Hello. Hi. I hope you had a good stream. Welcome everyone. I was actually about to do a sound test, but my name's Patricia. I build keyboards and I also play a lot of games. So today we are building and reviewing this keyboard. I'm telling you, just come in and you do the sign and I'll give you free ice cream. And if you post it on social media, you also get another free ice cream. So the bubble tea place near me, it's like if you post and you tag them, you get a free pin. And if you collect enough pins, you get a free drink. I'm pretty sure you can't do that. The boba tea shop. Oh, you yeah, so I've been talking about it, but I've been trying to think of like my future because I'm getting old, and like while I love streaming and building keyboards, I'm kind of thinking about what's like the next step in my life, and I've somehow landed on a like soft serve keyboard store. So essentially you can come in to see the keyboards, type on it so you can like actually get a feel for it, and then you can also get soft serve because I want soft serve. Because right now in Austin, there's nowhere to get like consistent matcha soft serve. So I would love the idea of like a small little cafe where you can stop by, eat ice cream, try the keyboards, and then I would like to work with like vendors potentially to be like, I can put your keyboard in the store, people can come by and like order it through the link, and then they can ship it directly to me, and then I would build it, assemble it, and then they can come pick it up. Something like that, you know. Basically, you can go to my store and either buy a keyboard currently in group buy, or you can buy like a pre-made one, etc. And then it's like even if you don't want like keyboards, you know, I want to serve 5 things starting out, right? Because I think starting with a small menu is the smarter thing to do. So I would have two soft serve flavors because that's how the machines are set up. And then I would have 3 drinks, and it would be all matcha drinks. So it'd be plain matcha, lavender matcha, and like a butterfly pea or coconut matcha, right? But I don't want to do coffee because I don't know shit about coffee, and I don't want to learn about coffee because there's so much coffee. So I think over time I would want to learn more about like the matchas. Yeah, so I want to have matcha, hojicha, and I want to expand it to teas, but I don't want to overload myself because if I have huge stock, it's going to clash with my keyboard stock cuz keyboards take up a lot of room, right? And so that's kind of the thing. It's like ice cream doesn't necessarily do well in the winter, but hopefully like the keyboard thing is like a year-round thing. And then I would sell like my own merch, and I would like to do like a little cafe stream, and I'd also have like maybe an office in the back where I can build the keyboards there. I mean, I love ice cream in the winter too, but um statistically ice cream does worse in the winter. Like even if us girlies like it in the winter, statistically it just does worse, right? Um so no, I don't know. I'm just like thinking of my future, and I would want to do this with Lauren, if Lauren wants to. Um, and that way we can sell like our own cute like merch, so I can have like my dust mats and I could sell like my cups there. So I would still be doing streaming because I don't want to give up streaming because I worked really hard, in my opinion, to get to where I am, and I don't want to give that up. But it's illegal to film like kids, right? So I would only do like where I work, and then you can kind of see like the process. Um, and so I mean, how cool would that be? You apply to my store and it's like, oh, I build keyboards, you know? Yeah, so yeah, basically. I mean, it's something I'm thinking about because I like keyboards and I like food. I think you can record, but there's some kind of weird thing. Just to be safe, right? That'd be cool. And customers order keyboards to your shop, get to see you build it after. Yeah, and I think it would be a nice way to be like, here's a keyboard, and you can actually come in and like look at it rather than like on stream. You just kind of have to like trust me what I say, right? But then you can actually come in and like type on it and feel it and be like, oh, nice. Um, and there's not I feel like Austin's quirky enough and it's a tech city, or be like becoming or whatever, so that custom keyboards kind of could find like the store could find like a niche here. So I've seriously been thinking, but I don't know the first thing about soft serve. So I need to watch videos, I need to buy books, I need to learn more about matcha, I need to find distributors. I thought about franchising, but franchising, it's like a huge ass menu and it's almost like half a milli. So, I mean, it could. I want to do matcha soft serve for sure. I mean, it's just something that I've been thinking about for the future because I'm getting older. I don't plan on having kids. I need something that, I just take a while to build up. Because, like, streaming, I have to stream to make money. Whereas, like, once I've established, like, my own business that can kind of run on its own, right? Yeah. So I need to think of a business plan. I need to see how feasible this is. Um, I mean, here's the thing, is that I like building. That's what I like to do. I pride myself in, I mean, you guys see it. I pride myself in building good keyboards, right? But my fatal flaw is that I don't design myself. I rely on people's designs, right? And so, and I don't have any like, I don't have any plans to start designing, maybe in the future, but I think soft serve is. So there's not anywhere in Austin right now that's just purely a matcha store. I don't know why. Like it's always like coffee places with a splash of matcha, right? But there's not anywhere in Austin that's only matcha. You can't get matcha soft serve here. You can get matcha ice cream, right? But you can't get matcha soft serve. It is weird, right? Well, that's the thing is Lauren likes to bake, and Lauren is a designer, and she also really likes food. No, we don't have a matcha maiko. And you know why? It's very expensive to franchise. It's super expensive, right? And then on top of that, you have to run it on your own. Good night. See you later. Yeah, we don't have a matcha store. There are matcha pop ups, but they're like mid. They're like, okay, this is gonna sound really bad, but it's like, like the matcha I have in California compared to like the matcha I have here, it's like grainy. They don't even know how to make matcha, and it just tastes like bad. But when I go to California, I'm like, damn, the person who made this knows how to make matcha. It's not bad, but it's like, it's not as good. So, yeah, I don't know. I have to think about everything. Um, so that might be it. So in Austin, it's a bigger Viet population, I would say. The Japanese populace is very small in Austin, right? And so, yeah, it just depends. Yeah, I know. That's why, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm thinking about it. I feel like matcha is kind of a hard sell. Yeah, so I want to do matcha soft serve, matcha drinks, eventually branch out into the different types of matcha, and then do teas. So, yeah, the Junbi was good. But to franchise a Junbi is $500,000. Because I looked it up with Lauren. You guys got 500,000? I don't. I don't have half a milli. Plus, the thing with franchising is that, so there's two ways to do it. So you can either franchise it so you have like their name, their branding, their recipes, or you can just buy out the franchise. So what that means is like you buy everything, but then you can rename it, but you still get all their recipes and stuff. Not everyone offers that, but that's why like sometimes you can like go to like a burger store and it's the same as like a Dairy Queen, right? You could finance it, but I don't want that big of a menu and whatnot. And I want to do my own thing. Like, I want to have the keyboards. I don't want to only do the cafe. And I don't want such a big menu. So essentially, I'd be picking and choosing, right, what I want from the franchise and paying $500,000 for it, which is insane. I don't have that kind of money. And I want commercial freedom to do what I want to do. I'm going to. I'm going to. So I've been kind of looking at franchise of Coco Cane. So I've been looking at a couple different stores in Austin that like showcase like different products. And so it would kind of be similar to like a sunglasses store. I'm thinking. So I would have like keyboards on the shelves and then keyboards that are like down below, and then you can just like pick it up and then it will have all the specs and you can put it down and like try it, right? So of course there's like risk factors involved, but I've been trying to think of like how I want to do the layout, how much room I need. Um but there's the one place um Elvin knows. Elvin and Zai go there a lot. But kind of how they have it is really nice. So it's maybe something like that, but on a like a smaller scale. Oh yeah, I would have like, oh, I would have like wet wipes or hand sanitizing, right? Is this it? But anyways, I'm thinking about it. It's all preliminary. It's all in the brainstorming phase at the moment. I'll slowly work up to it. This is like a 2-3 year planning thing. I'm not just gonna rush into it. So I'm just telling you guys what I'm thinking about. So yeah. Okay, but anyways, let's do a typing test for this. Before I forget. I got way too distracted. But thanks again for the raid. Welcome everyone to the stream. Okay, but anyways, let me mute. Okay, so this one is the washers are above. We're using MX Black in the spacebar, but everything else is the pastel sand, and then this is GMK Polybius. I just like saying that. Okay, where is it? Right here. Yeah, so we put a different switch into the spacebar. All right, so that's gonna be all the sound tests. So let's talk about the board. All right, so for those who are new here, this is the Redemption that we built today. This is actually in pre-order right now. I think it's available, so Space Cables for short, and then also I think through Salvin's website. I mean, that would make sense, but it is currently in pre-order right now. So this configuration that I have, this is the textured red with the clear coat brass weight, so internal brass weight, and this is the hot swap PCB, and the pricing for this starts at $350. Good night, fruit. I'll see you tomorrow. 7, right? But it comes in 8 different colors, and then there's 2 finishes for the weight, and I will show you guys that, the product page. See ya, fruit. Okay, so right here, so here you can see this is the product page through Space Cables. There are the 8 different colors, so this is the one I have. There's also a white, a black, and a polycarbonate. So these 3 are the same finish. The polycarb is polycarbonate, and then the next 4 are the same finish, so kind of like that blasted look, but you have raw emerald, raw sapphire, avalanche, and then a copper slag. So I have the chips here and we can look at it afterwards, but if you're interested, so to show you all the options, you can pick between clear coat or the matte black internal weight. So this is the copper slag with the matte black weight inside. And then you have a choice between hot swap or solder. Default, it comes with a PC plate, but you can get different plates. So you can get FR4, aluminum, brass, copper. So there are five plate options, default PC, and then 4 others that you can add on. Let's see. So let me go ahead and show you all the different colors. Because you can see the red one that I have here, but I have these chips that actually show you what the colors will look like on my camera. And also to mention is that the leaf springs, they're going to be pre-cut, so you don't have to break them yourselves. And then the PCB that I have is red, but the PCBs are going to be black for production. So this is the Redemption samples, so I'll show you. So this is the matte black weight, or you can get this one that's been clear coated. So these are the 2 weight options. And then you have the 3 textured colors. So you have black, red, and white. So you have these 3 colors. So these are the textured. And then you have these 4. So you have raw, sapphire, copper slag, avalanche, and raw emerald. So these 4 are the same finish. Nice. And then if you're interested, there is the polycarb. I will say, I was going to get the polycarb, but I asked if the Redemption came with a RGB PCB or like underglow, and I was told no. So that's the main reason I didn't get the polycarb. Emerald or white? Yeah, I wanted emerald or the copper. But these are all the samples for the different colors. And then we'll look at the internals. Well, actually, let's look at the external first. So here's the top of the board. So it is a 65%. So you have your arrows. Here's the side. Here's the back. So that is Wilbus. So you have the 4 long feet, and depending on the case color that you get, the feet colors will change. And then here is the USB port. And then here is the front lip. So, essentially the mounting, so Oxy put it so crude earlier in my opinion, but yeah, it's basically a tray mount, but the mounting points are leaf spring and they move up and down, right? And then to keep this in place, instead of using like a friction fit like an O-ring, it uses 2 screws that you screw like right here and here. So you screw this onto the leaf springs to keep it in place so it won't fall out. Yeah, that's why. So let me take this apart once again. So if you end up watching other content creators' videos, you might notice that there was an issue that Alex Sotos ran into with the ticking with the 2 screws that you screw onto the plate. So we've been advised to put washers to avoid that, but it will be fixed for production launch. Reagan has assured me. But basically, you unscrew these 2, and then you should be able to just like pull it out like that. And then here are the leaf springs. So there's 2 sides to it. So you have one side where you have the silicone bump on. So this is what I guess creates the bouncy effect on the PCB, right? And then you have the other side, which is what is screwed into the case itself, right? To keep it in place. And then in order to keep this from bottoming out, so that you don't hear the leaf spring hit the case, there is a middle gasket. So kind of like a seesaw, right? So this has been screwed down, and then you have the gasket to keep this from going all the way down. And then this part does move, but it doesn't go all the way down and it bounces up and down, right? So when you type on it, there shouldn't be anything like metallic-y hitting each other because you have all these silicone bump-ons. I'm not sure how they decided where to put these spots. I should have asked, but I don't know how they decided on that, unfortunately. But here you can see that the 2 have the these have the 2 washers, and this is where the screws from the top piece would go in, right? I don't think so. I've heard that some people like will mix and match, right? Or they'll like experiment. So I bet you could, but you have to be careful, right? Because you still need like structural integrity. But yeah, so here's what it looks like. So you have these gaps in the board. So here you have the middle gasket. The screw point is where you would screw in the leaf spring. And then you see that gap is for this like big washer because you have to use a screw to keep the washer right here in place. And this washer is used for securing the PCB in. But if you look at this one, which has nothing to do with keeping the PCB in place, you see it's missing that hole. This hole is just so that the screw doesn't hit the case. But yeah, there's the gasket. Neat. But yeah, that is the board. That's the board. Thank you, Salvin. Thank you, Reagan, for asking me to build it. I appreciate it. If you guys are interested, this is in pre-order for until see. Until May 23rd, and fulfillment time is November. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's the build. I'm very hungry, so I'm gonna go eat. I got my food and never got to eat it. Because I posted on my Instagram stories I was gonna start at 8, and I didn't start until like 8:50 because I was delayed by external factors. I know. Oh, that's because I ran out of time. I will eat it. Don't worry. It will taste even better. No, it's fine. I got 2 things too. I actually got 3 things. I got 2 entrees and a side. No, it took an hour because they messed up, okay? It wasn't a 16-course meal. Come on. Come on. Okay. That's the build. I'll have fun of everything. I'll have you know that I've eaten almost everything on their menu. So, what you guys gotta say about that? Huh? I've already eaten almost everything on the menu. Why do you think I ordered the 2